You know, I know this was written way before the new Doctor was cast, but I can't help thinking that old bras line is somehow accidental foreshadowing. Very accidental foreshadowing. So, the Doctor Falls, or as I like to call it, the best Stephen Moffat finale since the Big Bang, or maybe even better. Yep, I mean, this one, I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting much because Moffat's track record and hell bent. But this one really just, well, for one, it did something I wanted to see in a long time and make the Cybermen the main villains of a finale. Because in Doomsday they were overshadowed by the Daleks, and in Series 8 they were, it was Missy, and they were just her, well, they were just her goons, essentially. But this one, this is, this is just knows how to use the Cybermen. And I did hear some complaints. Mainly, why the 2006 Cybermen and the 2013 Cybermen here? When this was essentially just Mondasian Cybermen. Alas, when you think about it, it doesn't really matter. The 2006 Cybermen are only in about, at the main focus of about one shot, and the 2013 Cybermen have one sentence, blow up, and then they're just in the background. It's mainly the Mondasian Cybermen, which is alright, I don't mind it. And Bill. At the start of the episode, when we see her back to normal, I did genuinely think Moffat had done it again. And what's worse, I thought he did it off screen. Which wouldn't have made it any better, Moffat. It wouldn't. It would have made it worse. But he didn't. It was just imaginary. Which, thank God it was. I mean, can you imagine if it wasn't? But, yeah. Bill was good. I mean, Pal Mackie gives a great performance. As does Nicholas Briggs, who's sort of playing her as well. And I have to admit, this is what the Doctor does. Even though Bill's been upgraded, he still shows compassion to her, which is great. And the scenes between them, even when it's not Pearl Mackie there, is still great. And another thing, John Sim and Michelle Gomez, basically all the performances are good, really good. Because this is just, it's a lovely episode really to end on, and as Capaldi, this is Capaldi's first genuinely good, well, genuinely brilliant finale, and I'm gonna miss something like this because this is the last time we're gonna get a 12 episode season. I will talk about that more in my next video, but the way they use the aspect of time here is time went more slowly on the bottom end of the ship, so the Cybermen essentially could upgrade, build their army before the Doctor or build their army and when the Doctor called the elevator. And I have to admit, it was nice seeing the Doctor and the Master and Missy fighting alongside each other. And that speech, my God, that speech is just brilliant. Amazing. I mean, say what you want about Capaldi's Doctor, but he knew how to make a speech. Also, Johnson and Michelle Gomez. Great performances. I'm not sure whether I'd like to see John Simmons more or not, because he said he sort of like he left at the right or the latest he could possibly leave, unless they were fighting alongside the Doctor and Bill, and then they decided to shoot themselves in the back, which wouldn't have worked if they stayed. So I don't mind it, because let's face it, the Master would have ignored that speech, and you could tell Missy wanted to stay, but she didn't. That was... I applaud you, Moffat. You've redeemed yourself. And if this Christmas special works out, you go out on a high, which I hope you do. And I'll talk about this. Matt Lucas. Cast your mind back 2 years ago, when Matt Lucas was a guest star on The Husbands of River Song. Never would I have thought I'd actually be a bit sad that he went, because I've actually enjoyed Nardole this season. He's a great character, great companion to the Doctor, and I'm actually hoping he has a cameo in the Christmas special, because we know Jenna Coleman's coming back, and we know Pel Mackey's coming back. And if you add Nardole onto that, that's only 3 companions if you exclude River. So why not? But there is one complaint I had about this episode, and that was... really, it was more of the roof scene. I would have preferred it to go on longer, to be honest. And the way they showed the last episode, how they got last episode, I liked it, but to be honest, I think that those could have been glued together into a proper sequence of events, because I think the Master and Missy should have had more to revel in their glory before that happens. It was okay, but it is a bit of a nitpick, to be honest. And that's all this is, it's a nitpick, because this episode, amazing. I watched it so many times afterwards. I even used it for the monologue. So I'm going to give this episode 10 out of 10. It has a great pacing, great story, great character, and the ending. Okay, yeah, Bill is back to normal because of Heather. But she isn't dead. She was just a Cyberman. So I don't mind that, in a sense, because going off with Heather sort of sounds nice, going off full circle. And the scene in the TARD is when the Doctor was trying not to regenerate and seeing all the past companions. That generally got very emotional. And then when we saw David Bradley's first Doctor, can't wait to see where this goes. And overall, this 2-part, World Enough and Time and the Doctor Falls, gets a 19 out of 20. Great, probably the best episode we've had, one of my favourite episodes we've had this season, and a great series finale for Pete Capaldi, the one he deserves. So, next time, a new Doctor, a new format, a new number of episodes, and new companions, and a new character. I'm going to go over these things. Yeah, the Doctor's a woman. I'm not that bothered, to be honest.